Hello YouTube, Miller Corner here, welcome back once again, and if you've seen my previous video you may recall the awesome time that Libs and I had at the Corbeau Open Day 2017. However, as well as dozens of quality modified cars and various displays put on by Corbeau, Sussex Safer Roads also attended the event with their badass police liveried M135i, a fire engine and a trailer in which was a virtual reality experience which gives an insight into what it's like to actually be in a car crash. It may only be a simulation, but it was truly shocking to experience and something that shook us both up a little bit. And now I'm going to take you back to show you what we experienced and quite how harrowing it felt to get an insight into the world of a fatal car crash. And just a word of warning to some of you, what you're about to see could be considered disturbing by some viewers. With that in mind, let's go back.
There's a viewing thing at the top.
Oh yeah, I see it, yep. We began the experience by putting on Samsung Gear VR headsets before being dropped into another world as the passenger of a moving car.
Well, I turn your head though.
Oh wow. Oh, I can see like the driver and the...
I should explain that due to the setup of the simulation, mine was running a little bit further ahead than Libs was.
Oh wow.
Oh my god. It actually feels like a little...
Oh my god.
The driver wasn't paying attention and the rear seat passengers, one of which didn't have a seatbelt on, were messing around and showing the driver their phone. With little prior VR experience, however, Libs and I took a moment to get to grips with the situation we were now in. A few moments later, a tractor pulls out in the road and then the screen cuts to black. It then fades back into a crashed car and a truly shocking scene. The car is surrounded by firefighters, paramedics and ambulances. The driver is nearly unconscious, one of the rear seat passengers is heavily bleeding, and the one that didn't have a seatbelt on has now been fired through the windscreen. And then, as if it couldn't get any worse...
What is that on that guy's lap?
The driver's lap.
Yeah, like the driver's lap, there's like something there.
Yeah, that's an exposed bone in his leg.
Oh my god.
Open fracture.
Another fade into and then back out from black, and the firefighters are reaching around us to cut off and remove the roof of the car.
Oh, okay. Okay, it's like right next to me.
And then Libs discovers that our own leg is actually bent the wrong way and the bone is exposed.
Oh, don't look at your leg. Ugh. Oh my god, it's like, oh my god. Oh no.
I can't explain, it's like out of body, but it feels like you're actually there.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I've got the sense of shock, as if I'd actually been there.
Oh no, I don't like the, I don't like the leg bit. Ew.
Oh, I actually feel quite shaken up by that.
Oh.
But it's very effective.
Absolutely.
It's a snapshot that it's about the possible dangers that are there and do exist.
I think if everyone was to do this, they would be more alert.
We do run programs with it called new driver awareness. So what people are trying to do with road safety parks and fire rescue services is to get everyone to join a club, and they have all these films in a central library. If you go to the library, you can take any film. It could be one on, I don't know, coach driving or lorry driving or being a mechanic.
It's weird, like, it sort of shocks you a little bit though, because like...
It's meant to.
Yeah, it's like, I remember talking to a friend of mine who was in a car accident, and he said the thing is, you just feel numb, like it feels like a dream, that nothing...
A dream, yeah.
And that was sort of what that felt like. But no, it wasn't, but you can see like the driver's being an idiot though, that's weird and stuff, but no.
No, I was just thinking, right, what's going to happen? Is there going to car come out, or is he going to skid?
Is he going to crash into the field?
And then he started skidding, and then that car came out.
Yeah, the tractor
smacked into it, it's like, shaking.
Wow. And you could see, like, when you look behind you, you saw that the person behind you had kind of gone through the windscreen.
Yeah.
And they were probably dead.
Yeah, they were.
And the fact that you see it go...
And they'd be pulled off. He's so... I genuinely feel like a bit sick to my stomach, because it's so...
I felt a bit...
Like I was actually there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Right.
That was my God. Clive, thank you very
Cheers
much.
for that.
No, it's a pleasure.
That was
I
really
hope
enjoyable.
that comes out all right.
You might notice the slight nervousness in our laughter and speech, and that's because of how shaken up we both were. We may not have experienced the pain, the sensations, or quite the shock as if we'd both actually been there, but both of us were a little bit chilled and felt a sort of post-crash numbness that most people do when they're in a car crash. If you take anything away from this video, let it be this. Always wear a seatbelt, driver or not. Never be tempted to look at your phone when driving, and definitely don't show the driver your phone. And always, always drive appropriately for the road conditions, with both eyes on the road and the utmost concentration. If you want a speed fix or if you want to go crash a car, go book a track day or play Grand Theft Auto. Don't forget that if you crash into something less substantial than a tractor, it might be more than just you and your passengers' lives at stake. It could be others too. Doing something like this really exposes the horror of a high-speed car crash, and as virtual reality gets rolled out across the country and enough people experience it like we did, we should see a big drop in stupid drivers, car crashes, and most importantly, young driver fatalities. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you know any current or future young drivers or anyone that drives inconsiderately, make sure to share this video with them. Drive safely, people, and have a good one.